All right, hi everybody. I'm Yassine, and I was also a summer intern. I'm a bioengineering major. I'm an incoming junior, and I'm in SEPS. I'm from Nashua, New Hampshire, and this summer I interned with PolyJoule in Billerica, Mass. So PolyJoule is an energy storage company that specializes in creating non-lithium ion batteries. Through chemistry and engineering principles, PolyJoule is able to design long-lasting, cost-efficient, safe and sustainable batteries for energy storage. This summer, I was tasked with the process of ball milling. So that uses heterogeneous reactions to create a polymer. The process of ball milling also uses low attrition balls in a rolling jar to mix and grind different media to a particular particle size. So ball milling's got a bunch of different components, a bunch of different parameters. I could probably go on forever about it based off of this summer. But I mean, just to keep it short, I guess the most important factors of it come down to the critical speed of the jar that you're using, and probably the different kinds of balls you're using, the sizes of them, the material, and then also just the batch sizes that you're using. So for us, we use the mill to run different chemical reactions to try and ensure good dispersion of the materials that we were using and make sure that the mixture was adequate for what we needed. And the overall goal of what I was doing was working on the baseline of the scale up of the process. Originally, when I got there, we were starting with tiny little scales at like 10 grams. So by the end of it, we're looking at almost a kilogram. So kind of multiplying it by 100. But so with the scale up, we're looking for seeing how the yield of the overall process is affected, and also how the overall product that we're creating is affected, seeing how it can be as effective. And typically with scale ups, they aren't as effective going forward. So I was working on that a little bit. I wasn't really too much into the chemistry, but it definitely helped out a little bit. And so with all the ball milling, there was a ton of product development that I had to do. So we followed the 6 Sigma processes, which are define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And so 6 Sigma is just a bunch of techniques and tools that are used for product development. And so the different practices that we kind of focused on for me were process flow and input process output diagrams, standard operating procedures for all the different kinds of work I was doing, fishbone diagrams or CNX diagrams, and those were used for different kinds of troubleshooting to try and pinpoint different issues with all the different reactions we were running. And then project templates to stay organized, to be able to communicate and kind of show what I was doing with everybody as well. And so this is just kind of a picture of the final product that we have now, just to give you guys an idea of what I was working with. The original was a shell of what this is. There tons of hours went into this to be able to get it going, but just to save time, I won't get into the nitty gritty of it all. But so the key takeaways of it all, everything can change rapidly. Every day is going to be different, and the direction of a project can change pretty much in a couple of hours. There were plenty of times where I'd come in the morning with a plan of doing something, and then just after a quick meeting, the whole direction of what I was doing was changed drastically. Effective note-taking and being able to kind of keep track of everything I'm doing goes a very long way. Keeping more than just logs of data and results, being able to kind of keep track of every little step you do so you can make sure that everything you do stays the same every single day. Being able to communicate with others, bouncing ideas off of each other, asking for advice. Everybody at PolyJoule was more than willing to help me out. Everybody has a different kind of expertise, so being able to just kind of get everybody else's perspective really helps a ton when you're doing a lot of product development. And then diagrams and flowcharts are essential to pretty much everything. They kind of lay everything out for you. They help highlight issues that you might run into. They can overview the process for you, show you areas that you really need to focus in on, and then they can just help the overall communication be a lot easier. They give you visual aids and just kind of lay everything out for you. And I just want to give a huge thank you to everybody at PolyJoule. They're awesome to me, and I'm really grateful for my time there. Everybody at the E-Center too, all the donors, I really appreciate it all. Thank you.